Martial arts have been surrounded by mystery and intrigue for centuries, with myths ranging from death touches to the power of qi. But can these legends be more than just stories? Today, we're diving deep into some of the most fascinating martial arts myths, separating fact from fiction. What you're about to hear may change the way you think about martial arts forever. First up, the infamous death touch, a technique said to be so powerful that it can kill or incapacitate an opponent with just a single, precise strike. The idea of a death touch, or dim mak, is rooted in the concept of attacking vital points. In theory, striking certain pressure points could disrupt the body's energy flow, causing catastrophic damage. But in reality, there's no scientific evidence to support the notion that a single touch could result in instant death. However, targeting vital points is a legitimate technique in many martial arts, though far less dramatic than the myths suggest. While the death touch may be more myth than fact, the concept of precision strikes remains critical in martial arts, just not with the lethal outcomes the legends describe. Next, we explore the myth of superhuman strength. We've all seen martial artists break bricks, bend metal, and perform seemingly impossible feats. But how much of this is real and how much is showmanship? Breaking objects like bricks and wood is a staple of martial arts demonstrations. But before you believe that martial artists possess superhuman strength, consider this. These feats rely heavily on technique, training, and physics. Breaking bricks, for example, requires precise alignment, focus, and an understanding of how force travels through the material. It's not about raw strength, it's about using the body's mechanics to maximize impact. While these feats are impressive, they're grounded in reality, not superpowers. The myth here isn't the strength itself, but the idea that it's something beyond human capability. Now, let's talk about qi, or qi, the mystical life force said to flow through all living things. Martial artists often claim to harness this energy to perform extraordinary feats. But is there any truth to these claims? Qi is a central concept in many Eastern martial arts, often described as an invisible force that can be directed to enhance physical abilities. Some practitioners claim they can manipulate this energy to strike without contact or perform otherwise impossible actions. However, many of these demonstrations are the result of subtle movements, misdirection, and, in some cases, pure theatrics. While qi as a concept is deeply embedded in martial arts culture, its more mystical applications often lack scientific backing. However, focusing on breath control, mental clarity, and body awareness, elements often associated with qi, can indeed improve a martial artist's performance. So, while the power of qi may be more symbolic than literal, the practices surrounding it have real, tangible benefits for martial artists. Finally, let's examine one of the most extreme myths: martial artists with the ability to dodge bullets or catch arrows. These incredible feats are often portrayed in movies and legends, but can they really be done? Dodging a bullet is beyond human capabilities due to its speed, and while catching an arrow is technically feasible, it's extremely dangerous and highly dependent on timing, distance, and controlled conditions. In controlled environments, skilled practitioners can time their movements with remarkable precision, but the risk is enormous, and even the slightest error could be disastrous. These are more about showmanship than practical martial arts techniques. In reality, the best defense against such threats is evasion and strategic thinking, not Hollywood-style heroics. Martial arts are filled with myths that blur the line between reality and fiction. While some legends are exaggerated or entirely fabricated, the core of martial arts remains a powerful testament to human skill, discipline, and perseverance. Whether grounded in fact or born from myth, these stories remind us of the incredible potential within us all. The true power of martial arts lies not in the myths, but in the mastery of mind and body. If you enjoyed unraveling these myths with us, stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of martial arts. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.